So we're the first point of contact for the borrower or the referral source, or both. So we are evaluating what the borrower's needs are in terms of amount, use of proceeds, type of business, is it SBA eligible? So we're determining what their needs are to try to bring in the transaction. So there's a big sales component of it here. So we're talking to a referral source or a borrower that may be speaking with other lenders out there. So we have to try to evaluate their needs, ask the right questions to not only evaluate their needs, but also determine eligibility and also sell them on an SBA loan and Fountainhead. So all of this onboarding, if you will, happens on the front end. So then we have to help them and get them to agree to submit all the application paperwork. You know, as the saying goes, there's paperwork. It's an SBA loan. So we have to get them set up with their online file portal. It's all online now through the Fountainhead file document portal. And so we get that all set up, we get all the information in, and then we do a preliminary analysis on the transaction. What does the historical debt service coverage look like? Is the business generating enough cash flow to meet the future debt service? Fancy way of saying, can the business make the loan payments if we make the loan? So we do some debt service coverage analysis, review all the documentation more for eligibility. Is this indeed SBA eligible? Structure the loan, use of proceeds, term, rate, product, and loan product, and structure the transaction. We then move it along to a decision maker or to management to decide if they want to move forward with the transaction. Then it goes on into underwriting, and we shepherd it through underwriting by when the underwriter needs additional documentation and information, we then go back and get that information. We schedule conference calls with the underwriter and the borrower. We then also when it moves into closing, same thing. We are shepherding them through the closing process. We're scheduling the closing conference call, ensuring that they are being timely in returning all the documents that we need. So we're really the face of Fountainhead throughout the transaction. And that's extremely important that relationship gets built with the borrower, because it's not always a smooth ride from point A to point B. We can be communicating with them every other day for 60 days, 90 days. They can get frustrated along the way. They can get tired. They can get borrower fatigued through this process. We can run into obstacles where we have to restructure the loan. And so it's really important for the loan specialists to build that relationship with the borrower, to take them through the process and to keep them on board so that they don't walk away. Right? If they walk away, we don't win. Nobody wins until we sit at a closing table. The borrower wins because they get their small business loan at a good rate and a good term. The referral source wins because he's making a referral fee, and Fountainhead wins because we're making a good loan that can be added to our portfolio, which we can which is where we win and where we become financially successful. So it's really an important role in shepherding the borrower through the whole process and becoming the face of Fountainhead to the borrower externally. And at the end, we want that borrower and that referral source to walk away and say, wow, that was really challenging. But you know what? Matthew, he really came through. Shelly, the closer, really stepped up, and we got through some difficult issues and we got it closed and funded. And that's when everybody wins. And oh yeah, I have this friend over here. I have this other borrower over here. Let me bring some more business to Fountainhead. Let me bring the next deal to Fountainhead. Or if it's a borrower, I'm growing, it's 2 years later, let me call Fountainhead for my next small business loan. So it has to be a positive experience to get that repeat business. And word of mouth can be very helpful in generating new business leads.